Hello everyone, I am Dayo Olujo Ikuni. Welcome to Morning Briefing on Aspheric TV, and I have with me Mustilala. Uncle Mustilala, definitely. So,
Mustafa Malik, not Uncle Mustilala.
I will sure do call you
Yeah,
Mustilala, Uncle
okay.
Mustilala.
Yeah.
Okay, right now I will begin with the roundup of Nigerian newspaper headlines in Nigeria. First, the Punch. According to the Punch, the National Primary Health Care Development Agency has urged state governments to step up mass vaccination against COVID 19 as part of moves to combat the virus. The agency, in its latest advisory obtained by one of our correspondents in Abuja, also urged state governors to enact and enforce vaccination mandate for local and state government workers. The Guardian. In December 2020, when President Muhammad Buhari promised Nigerians, especially labor leaders, that an auto gas policy would ensure that vehicles plying the country's roads run on compressed natural gas (CNG), not many consider it as another government hot air that will add to the administration's list of failed promises, The Guardian reports. The Nation. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has begun mass mobilization of civil society organizations (CSOs) ahead of its planned January 27 and February 1 nationwide protest against the proposed removal of petrol subsidy, fuel subsidy by the federal government. The Nation gathered that meetings between the Congress and leaders of the CSOs are expected to hold tomorrow in Abuja and Friday in Lagos. This day, the Nigerian Exchange Limited (NGX) kicked off the first trading week of 2022 on a positive note as its market capitalization gained 1.33 trillion naira. This followed foreign investors and high net worth investors' demand for Airtel Africa PLC, Boa Foods, Lafarge Africa PLC, and FBN Holdings PLC, which pushed market capitalization to 23.628 trillion naira from the 22.296 naira trillion. The stock market opened with trading on the first day. This day reports. Daily Trust. 8 months after the panel set up by the Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi to investigate alleged infractions by the suspended Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA), Hadiza Bala Usman, is yet to submit its report. Daily Trust reports. Daily Independent. According to Daily Independent, analysts have said that the country's ambitious 2022 budget size of 17.1 trillion naira and the unpredictable revenue outlook will elevate the risk of higher fiscal deficit than projected. They also lamented that the external debt stock is set to widen further as the 2022 budget provides for total expenditure of 17.1 trillion naira and a deficit of 6.4 trillion naira, with 5.1 trillion naira coming from domestic and external borrowings. Right now, we're going to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll discuss on the news we have. Oh, welcome back. Now we'll go to stories that are making waves. I'll begin with Buhari issues directive to APC ahead of National Convention. Uncle Musti, I don't know if you have read about that, but let me just give a brief summary on that. President Mohamed Buhari has directed the National Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee of the All Progressives Congress (APC) to immediately prepare the schedule timetable for the National Congress. Well, you can recall that the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum and Governor of Plateau State, Lalong, yes, had disclosed that the president will meet with APC governors on Sunday over the party's national convention. Speaking with State House correspondents after a meeting with the president. Lalong said the leaders will discuss the convention slated for February and other matters affecting the party. Well, a source close to the APC governors told This Day that Buhari, as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, said that the committee led by Governor May Malabuni, yes, of Yobe State, to submit the prepared schedule before Friday. Following the president's directive, the source said the caretaker committee will meet on Tuesday to prepare the timetable and submit it to the president for approval. Well, speaking further, the source also said that the governors were divided on the issue of holding the convention next month or postponing it.
Well, the fact is that APC must borrow a cue from PDP. PDP, how were they been able to rule for 16 years? At a crucial time, the president, who is the leader, the father of the party, must step in to provide that fatherly role, that fatherly voice that will galvanize everyone towards achieving their goal. If you look at it very well, APC for now is like it's fighting for its soul, because it's a collection of different interests. The governors are on their own. Even within the governors, we have certain people within the governors that are more or less together than the others. They are on their own. Okay, let's not forget, this same convention that we're talking about, certain interests within APC, they have gone to court to ask for cancellation of the convention that's supposed to come on the February 5th. So it's everything now, the whole ball is before the president. He must exert his power as the leader of the party. Otherwise, APC will crumble. So he must do that. If you really want to see APC after 2023, he must provide that leadership role. Otherwise, I see a serious problem in APC, because the convention will determine the leadership of the party.
Yeah.
It will determine. Now they are saying they will even hold the party primary that same day. So this is the wrangling is much. The wrangling is already there. It's fighting for the soul of the party. They must recognize something. They must not forget how they come into being. APC in 2014, 2013, 2014, at the emergence of the party, they have to say, okay, we have a common enemy. We have a party that they must unseat, which is PDP. They galvanize all of them together, all the interests, bury their selfish interests together to make sure that they support Buhari, to make sure that, because all they had in mind was how to take over power from PDP. And they succeeded. So since then, you have seen the new PDP that joined APC that formed it. Those ones, they are born. Some other people, they are still there. You have the Amechi group, they are still there. The Tinubu is there. Tinubu is not happy. He was not made the BOT chairman. Till today, APC doesn't have BOT chairman. Tinubu had wanted that, but he was not. Buhari was not comfortable with that. So you now see it. Buhari must step in. He must provide that fatherly role of the party. He must not remain just like that to say, okay, internal democracy. No, internal democracy doesn't happen like that. He must provide that role, that leadership role, that fatherly role. So all of them, they look onto him for that. He must. Otherwise, it will not be there, and it will not help our democracy. It will not help. But let's not forget, APC is the ruling party.
Yeah.
It must. So let's watch and see.
Okay, thank you so much. A former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode, has condemned the killing of over 60 persons in villages in Zamfara State. I don't know if you heard about it.
The killing is a very sad one. Very, very, very sad one. No anybody that will be happy. According to the story, although the governor Matawale, he came out and said, no, it's not 200 people that died. It's about 60. So, be it whatever the figure, life of an individual matters. According to the story, after the bombardment by the Air Force, the Bello 3G camp and some other camps, Auta died and one other bandit leader, 2 of them, they were killed. And they said due to the intensive bombing, the bandits and their groups, they were moving from their community down to the southern part of Zamfara. While they were going, they crosses to some communities. Those communities now, the vigilante in those communities, and they now went and mobilized and confronted them, and that is exactly what happened. So you understand, so many lives have been lost. Concerning the Femi Fani-Kayode, although his own personal opinion, his own suggestion,
he said he called on the Nigerian Air Force to Carpetbomb Bandits.
You see, many people have not really understand this issue of banditry. So many pundits everywhere making their own suggestions like this here and there. Now, the bandits have been declared as terrorists. How do you fight them? You understand? They are not like Boko Haram, whereby you say, okay, Boko Haram, this is an ideology subscribed by people. Who are these bandits? These bandits are Fulanis. They are Fulani headers. You understand? So they are embedded in the Fulani camps. They are Rugas. They are there. It's like when you have menace among your youth, you have a menace. They are problem to Fulani themselves as well as the community. So who are you going to bomb? Are you going to go after all the Fulani camps and bomb all the Fulani camps? So the whole thing is, it's not only about bombing, it's about so many other things that are involved. It falls back to the issue of banning of open grazing. If we don't ban open grazing and government invest in ranches through PPP, whereby private sector can participate in, there's no way this issue of banditry will not continue. Because how did they come about banditry? These are forest dwellers, bush dwellers. They are taking advantage of the bushes. You are if you are from southwest, you discover that a Fulani man will know the forest than you, that you are even Yoruba man, because that is where they belong. But when we have ban on the open grazing, nobody will stay in the bush again. So that is another solution, but it's unfortunate that the president himself, he said it, that in his interview with channels, he said the solution lies in cattle roots. For crying out loud, this is 2022, and the president is talking about something of 1950, cattle root. No, we should tell ourselves the truth. It's unfortunate that people are dying. People are dying.
Well, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar will declare his intention to run in the 2023 presidential race before March 2022. According to reports, an associate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Chief 10, made this known in an interview with Vanguard over the weekend. Well, the PDP member, who does not want his name published, said Atiku will declare interest to contest in the 2023 presidential election to Nigerians before the end of the first quarter of 2022. He argued that the former vice president is the only candidate that can win a presidential election for the opposition party, adding that Atiku is widely known nationally and internationally. I mean, is that the only criteria needed to?
Well, you understand, Dayo. We see politicians, they belong in a different realm. Different realm in the sense that the politicians, if you are opportune to be around a frontline politician, what matters to them is the people around them. And what they have forgot to understand is that the people around them are sycophants. You wake up in the morning, they will tell you, Renkedede. Everywhere is you. Renkedede, chief is you. Renkedede is chief is you. Let's the people around Atiku, they now believe that Atiku is sellable. He can win the next president of Nigeria. So it's an open contest for everybody. But our own is to just to say, okay, we should advise PDP. They should learn from APC. How did APC won in 2015? They buried several interests, selfish interests of every politicians. They buried their interests to say, okay, let's come together and work together and capture power from PDP. And that is exactly what they did. But if you look at PDP now, they just believe that the economy is not good, the insecurity is this, but that is not it. Even if the APC is not doing very well, that platform is already there. It's open now to everybody that can come in and hit them and take over power from them. But up to now, if you look at PDP, it seems as if they are not even serious. It seems as if they are not. Atiku is there doing his own. Saraki is doing his own. You have a Wiki Camp and Damboa, they are doing their own. This one is doing everybody, they are just as if. It's unfortunate. Let's just watch and see.
It looks scattered.
They have not been, at least, we're in 2022.
And next year is the year.
Next year is the election. So by now, they should start collapsing their selfish interests and start working towards to say, okay, we want to take over from APC. Provide that leadership that APC could not provide. So they have not been able. Atiku is doing his own, this one is doing his own, that one is dying. No, you will be worried to say, okay, you don't even know. It's unfortunate. Nigerians are suffering. So they should forget their selfish interests and work for Nigeria. So let's see to provide that leadership.
Okay. Well, the Nigerian Army has debunked a report claiming some soldiers in Katsina State killed some illegal miners over disagreement on money to be paid as bribe to them. The army also denied that there was any form of altercation between its troops and the illegal miners in Magana village on 5th January 2022. Well, the Director, Army Public Relations Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, who made this denial in a statement on Sunday, added that the soldiers deployed to the northeast are not involved in mining activities, as their focus is to crush bandits, terrorists, and other criminals in the region. He therefore urged members of the public to disregard the report as fake news, which is capable of demoralizing the troops. Well,
if you look at it very well, you understand? These two things, fake news, hate speech, these are two things that government around the world work on to clamp down on free speech. You understand? Now, you understand that even if there are eyewitness towards this particular report, Army will come out to tell you that, no, look, this is a fake news.
Yeah.
Who do you believe? Is it the Army's version that
even if you have something recorded,
which is just, is it the Army that you believe or the evidence before you? So it's unfortunate. The Army, they operate independently outside, as if they are not a part of the civilized world, whereby we have Nigeria is signatory to several conventions on this free speech, press freedom. Yeah. Nigeria is signatory to a lot of international conventions, but Army has their own way of doing things. Even if they should point out the real soldiers that killed the people now, Army will not submit itself to investigation. Investigation by who? Is it by the police or the DSS? Or who? So that one is another issue of unknown soldiers.
Well, there's a viral video on social media showing armed men supposedly to be in a hidden location in Imo State. According to the audio, the video was shot on the 6th of January 2022 and said to be Eastern Security Network, ESN, Imo State Command. Well,
first of all, we have to commend the government, the military, the police, and the DSS. At least we had the Christmas and the New Year break each free. People travel to the east for the holiday and travel back to their destination without. We have not had any major incidences
Yes.
from that side. So at least we should give kudos to the authority for doing a wonderful work. So it's really disturbing to see the kind of video of armed men with uniform claiming to be in the east. For crying out loud, not just east, but in Imo State. You could recall that there is accusation between Hope Uzodinma, who is the governor of the state, and Owele Rochas Okorocha, the former governor of the state, on the people behind the series of bombing in the state and the killing. So, but when this kind of video is coming out, at least it's a pointer to the existence of armed men in the east, in Igbo land. All along, some people have been of the view that no, look, there is nothing like unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen is an issue of fabrication by the government to go after the IPOP or to blackmail the Igbos here and there. But at least video doesn't lie.
It doesn't lie.
You can see armed men, see them, they are there. Video doesn't lie. So this is a proof that there is an ESN, armed ESN. There is an armed wing of IPOP. So, but what we could not establish now is, are these people behind all the killing? So, but what are they armed for? IPOP will say that without ESN, Fulani will now overrun Southeast. So, a lot of confusion here and there.
I really hope this confusion gets resolved in no time. Well, that's it on Morning Briefing. Thank you all for staying with us. I am Dayo Lujoy Kuni.
Mustafa Abdul Malik is my name.
To have a wonderful day, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Thank you.